And we are talking right now with our very special guest, none other than Todd Horwitz. He, of course, is with Bubba He's positioned at the edge of the trading floor there in Chicago, watching all the action for us. And as we look at the livestock trade, had a nice little bounce here in the cattle market so far this morning. Look at the April live cattle, Todd, 137.38, now 137.40. So we're up $1.45, just a dime off of our high of the day, and we're exactly $1 from our high that we set it'd be a week ago last Friday, and that was a big technical resistance point. So we're getting close to retesting that thing again here.
I do think that 138 is going to hold here. I think that, again, you know, we've got the same issues, Marlon. There's a whole bunch of economic situations going on, but purely in the cattle markets. I mean, I think 138 is going to hold it in once again. I think we're going to see probably down into the low 130s if we make it through April. Again, we've got, you know, the backwardation coming in going forward. So we can see that if we go out to June, we're at 126. If we go out to July, out to August, we're at 122. So it's telling us that we're probably going to start to see some selling here anyways. And I would expect it based on the technical on these charts here, but we are very quiet, and we'll see. But right now we're having a little bit of a battle. The strong hands come in and buy them, and then they reverse, and the strong hands come in and sell them down. I expect to see a little bit lower prices here. I'm still very bullish the space, but I think we need to see a pullback to really get a good rally out of it.
Interesting. All right, now let's pull up the feeder cattle trade. How's it performing? Well, now it's starting to follow suit. You know, earlier it was weaker than the live cattle trade this morning, and now it's keeping the pace. March feeders now up $1.15 at 159.10. And now you have April up $1.20 on the day at 159.05. So we are $2.50 now off of our earlier low on the April feeder cattle, and they're kind of joining the party here, Todd.
I think that's very natural. I think I've said all along, I think 160 is the upper range here. I won't be surprised they get there. You got to remember one thing from a trading standpoint, Marlon. When you can't get them to go one way, they'll typically spike back the other way, and they tried to take them down. The last couple of days, we've seen both cattle under a little bit of pressure here. We couldn't get them down, so now we're getting a little bit rallied back into resistance. I believe that you'll see the strong hand step in here somewhere between here and 160 and push it back down. I think we've got some work to do here, and I think the 155 is my first target, but I really believe we'll be able to buy basis April at 151 or 152. Then I'd like to be a buyer again. I'm not bearish here. I'm not trying to get short here. I'm looking for a reasonable pullback to let me get in and rebuy now, because I think we have seen the lows. I just want to see a little bit of pullback to see more of a natural action to the chart and see better action going overall.
And it sounds like traders know full well that the Packers did not acquire very much in the way of volume for the cash cattle last week, so they're going to be having to come to town and get some cash cattle this week, that's for sure. We'll look at the lean hog trade and see what the futures are doing right now. Currently, we have the nearby April contract down 35 at 69.70. A little bit of pressure there. However, you have the May contract now above water. We're trading 13 cents higher at 77.28, and the June contract is 22 higher. It's trading at 81.42. So a mixed bag on the lean hog market as they chop around like we have seen for days on end, the way it seems. Todd, as always, good to visit with you, sir. I hope you have a great trading day there.
Thank you, Marlon. I appreciate it.
All righty. Todd Horwitz, a great guy to visit with, and get in touch with him. He's at BubbaTrading.com. So a mix